After a long career in sales and marketing roles on the corporate side, I've had the privilege and the pleasure of being in recruitment now for 17 years. I've helped shape the lives of many candidates, introduced great talent to a number of businesses across a variety of sectors, and have led and helped people grow in their recruitment careers as well. If you think about an organisation that has a product or service that they're looking to take to market, they really need to understand what is their customer base, how are they going to be approaching them, how do they remain relevant, contemporary and competitive. What are the data points and the insights telling them around how they're going to stand out amongst that competition, and making sure that their service and product features and benefits really match what customers are looking for. I love nothing better than supporting a company with their scenario planning and really sort of the structure of a practice or an operation to really help them deliver to what their growth objectives are. Identifying or understanding what the business challenge is, how that fits within the landscape of the business as it currently stands, and then working through a model or various models that are going to not only ensure engagement from the current workforce, but create really meaningful opportunities for new people coming into the business. It's great when organisations can look at their scenario planning and their first thoughts are around their current and existing workforce before they take roles to market. I think some of the key trends we've seen is a huge uptick in demand for anybody that is close to the numbers. How have they helped a business grow? What has been their involvement or contribution to that? And to be able to talk really authentically around those numbers is critical in terms of presenting themselves as a compelling opportunity for an organisation. Consolidating MarTech stacks to break down silos, really have one single view of customer, has and I believe will be a continuing trend in the market. We've also seen a number of new job titles hit the market, which has been really exciting because it means we can present a whole raft of what might be considered new opportunities to our candidates. We've seen a range of titles from anything like gamification specialists to performance marketing engineers, and the demand for chief growth officers is also in an uptick over recent months. We've got to remember candidates are really savvy with their job search. They see a role that's advertised through the hiring manager or the business directly, and then also out on the job boards through a variety of agencies. Sometimes there can be an element of curiosity or questioning around why is it that brand needs to be going through so many recruitment channels to land on the right person for the role. My advice to businesses there would be really think about what the hiring strategy needs to look like or should look like at the outset, and work out what can perhaps be sourced through internal channels, and then which agency partner you want to work with to really nail the candidate sourcing strategies. A chunky or elongated process is not something that any candidate wants to go through. The reality is any great candidates at the moment will have 2 to 3 really strong opportunities on the go at any point in time. We know time can be the thief of finding the right person or not finding the right person. Again, I'd recommend to anybody in market for talent to have a really structured and streamlined recruitment process in place before you go to market, so that you can ensure that candidates are engaged in a really strong, robust and timely recruitment process, so that you don't miss out on attracting great talent. And the F word. It's still something on top of candidates' minds at the moment. And when I mean the F word, I mean flexibility. We're seeing businesses really pushing to have people return to the office 4 or 5 days a week in some instances. And candidates still seeking that hybrid model or the opportunity for flexibility where they're still able to deliver and perform within their roles, but do that from a work anywhere, anytime perspective. The number one frustration that candidates have through a recruitment process is lack of feedback. And I think if a recruiter can work in partnership with their clients at the outset to really put a strong engagement and communication strategy in place, that not only helps how the recruiter and the hiring manager are engaged through the process, but it also ensures that the communication flow to the candidate is timely, effective and relevant. At the outset of any recruitment process, I really love to uncover what's the expectation that the client has on me in terms of the touch points and also the methods of communication that they would like me to engage with them through. And then similarly, making sure that the communication is transferred and translated back to the candidates in a timely manner. I don't think it's any surprise that the number one issue keeping CEOs awake at night is retention. And I wish I had the silver bullet on the innovative retention strategy that any organisation could employ to not only attract but then retain their staff. But I think it all comes comes down to really understanding what motivates and engages the current workforce, and to have a plan in place that is going to resonate with the workforce. It doesn't necessarily need to be innovative, but it needs to be relevant and it needs to be in place. The workforce needs to understand how that is going to help them elevate their career and really drive success for them during their career within that business.